I cut off your arms, not your tongue.
Reply. Who ordered you to kill participants in the war? I am an assassin.
Even if I die, I will never reveal the name of the person who gave me the mission.
You being an emperor king, why do you get into trouble just because of some stupid brats?
With my death, the entire temple of murderers will turn against you. Well, who do you think I am?
Even if everyone comes including the trash Casara, they wouldn't be able to defeat me either.
This emperor king, legend says, is very strong, but the leader of the assassin temple is as strong and feared as the elders of the kingdom. No one off the top of their head would call her trash. This guy is just getting too big. Invitation from the king of death.
From a divine treasure, 1,000 poison needles shot out throughout the surroundings.
Invitation from the king of death. She was called number 1 in the murder techniques that the members of the temple used on murderers. Its name was because even an emperor king could die from the brutality of that technique.
Die King Emperor. That place began to shake.
A sinister aura had emerged from the emperor king's body, preventing the needles from touching his body. The extortions of the air that invaded the place meant that Saiyan 7 could not hit any of the attacks that came from his divine object. The tips of his fingers were covered in gainsens, grabbing several needles that were on the ground. This poison.
Now I understand, Casara. You have disappointed me.
Don't tell me that now your temple of murderers collaborates with that poisonous old man. Damn, with my arms I could 100% use the Death King's invitation.
So I could never get through your imposing aura.
Poison Assassin. The needle from the Emperor King's hand sneakily impacted the assassin's heart, but strangely he had not lost his life.
Get out of here.
Tell Casara to save your life, if she can. For your sake, I hope she has trained that technique, or these will become the stormiest 48 hours of your life. And remind him that Goku is already in charge of the cult war. If another murderer intervenes in this event, she will have to pay. The murderer, without even looking back, would escape very scared. He felt his body begin to go numb and a strong smell ran through his joints. You did excellent, young man. You are the second emperor who is capable of fighting with higher level beings. I'm sorry that this guy infiltrated this war, but I was in for a big surprise. It has not been in vain to have come here. Now I understand the secret of your incredible power. By saying that, the Emperor King would vanish from the place. Goku was paralyzed by her words. Ozaru, I think the Emperor King knows you're inside me.
I don't think so, ABO.
My essence is very weak. No one should be able to sense my presence. So what do you mean by knowing the secret of my strength? Goku always said strange things.
You don't have to take that into account.
You are absolutely right, Ozaru. Goku released the essential gain shield that protected his family. Everyone was meditating, taking in the great power and a purifying pill. With his purple eyes, Goku watched as everyone's energy increased rapidly. It has worked. They are about to jump over the barrier that was stopping them.
You also raised your strength a lot, Master.
The pressure of that advanced emperor helped the energy in your body to rise considerably.
Yes, but advanced emperor level is so far away from me.
With your current level, you are already the greatest cultivator in all of history.
In a few years you reach the rank of emperor. For most it takes decades and many can never reach it. The advanced emperor and emperor king is not that easy to achieve, but I am sure you will do it.
Goku's pressure a few moments ago was the same as the past.
6-star emperor king, but I could feel him trying to hide his power. His current level must be 7 or perhaps 8-star emperor king. I'm impressed by how much his power has risen. The auras of everyone meditating resonated. They had successfully raised their power. Shiro was already emperor level, Kanare supreme, Yukina, Ryota and Yu supreme advanced, Akame supreme level, Ineta, Nishi high advanced level. I see with joy that the pill met my expectations. Now we do have a chance. For his part, very far from there, Asashin 7 had arrived very wounded at the Temple of Assassins. His teammates booed him.
Hey, look!
One of us fought a beast, perhaps.
And due to its state, perhaps it is the beast of death.
Hey old 7.
Where did you leave your arms? Being advanced emperor level, can't you heal them?
Shut your damn mouths, Scorius. He would enter where the temple leader was, kneeling and asking for an apology for failing the mission.
Casara-sama, things got complicated. I was not able to complete the mission.
Casara-sama, who had his back turned out, Looking at the state in which he had returned, to Saiyan 7, do you know that motto of the organization?
Kill our target even if our life remains with it.
I know, Casara-sama, eliminating Megaverse 18 wasn't going to be a problem, but a dangerous guy intervened.
Did anyone intervene?
Who dares to meddle in the affairs of my temple of assassins?
Tell me who did it. I myself will go and make him pay for his recklessness.
By failing the mission, we will not receive those 100 saint-level pills that the Poison Elder had promised. I can't afford to let something so valuable go. Asashin 7 vomited blood onto the ground.
Hey, since I saw you I've been curious. Why don't you regenerate your arms? Is it to cause me pity? You know I don't have those kinds of feelings.
He would faint from the effect of the needle that the King Emperor had stuck into his heart. Casara would check his body. He told one that he had not intervened. I couldn't let him die. When she lifted her body and looked at her heart, she was paralyzed.
This technique, it's poison Asahan. Only me and Byakuya-sama, the former leader of the temple, could execute her.
Come on, don't die. I need you to tell me who intervened. Casara would use everything in her power to save him. When she opened her eyes, she screamed at him, very frustrated.
I saved you despite your failure.
Quick, tell me who intervened. The subject is an Emperor King.
He sent a message for you. Plus he knew her name and doesn't seem to be afraid of her. What message are you talking about?
Tell Casara that Byaku is already in charge of the cult war.
If another murderer intervenes, she will pay.
It's alive.
Byakuya-sama didn't die.
But why can't I feel his presence? His ki must have been altered and modified.
I need to get my arms back. I will organize an elite squad to go and take revenge on that guy. He makes fun of murderers in our temple. You are an idiot. Byakuya-sama was my teacher. If he wanted to, he would eliminate the entire temple easily. No one here is a match for him. When he went and I became the leader, I was already 5-star emperor level. The price for his head was 10,000 holy pills. Only 5,000 less than the death beast. So feared and respected that not just anyone would mess with him.
I don't know how she's still hiding if he didn't spare anyone's life. Quickly, remove the removal of Megaverse 18 from the broadcast list. Later I will go and apologize to Byakuya-sama. I don't want you to think that the temple wants to offend you. I will also sever all ties we have with Elder Poison.
Casara would throw a holy pill on the ground, right in front of Asashin 7.
Thank you for sparing my life, Casara-sama.
They would quickly remove the extermination of Megaverse 18 from the list of missions.
Later, in the palace of the King Emperor, a young woman had entered by force, exterminating several beings that she was defending at the entrance.
Do you still maintain that explosive character, Casara?
What way to enter someone's home is that? That way of speaking? Sensei,
is it really you?
If I wasn't listening to it, I wouldn't believe it. My apologies for exterminating the lives of your people. They denied me entry. Of course I would deny entry to a complete stranger.
I'm a little disappointed in you, Casara.
So now you're on old poison. You were wrong, Sensei.
The temple now accepts missions from anyone. The old man pays quite well for the missions, and for him, are you willing to fight me?
That you even come to invade my home? No, of course not. I have a lot of respect for you. You taught me everything you know. I came to ask for an apology. A member of my temple came to cause you problems. I didn't know that you were the famous King Emperor that was talked about so much. For personal reasons I had to change my energy and body, but it didn't help. The debts to the kingdom continued to haunt me, to the point that I am now forced to do what they say.
A true king should not serve anyone, I taught you that.
Well, I'm not a true king, because for my family I serve the trash of the kingdom. Being an 8-star King Emperor, I can't do anything.
Byakuya-sama, I am sorry for the suffering that invades your heart. Why did he never come back?
The Temple of Assassins is still at your command. In the temple we have 260 advanced Emperor level cultivators. 4 3-star Emperor Kings.
And I, 7-star King Emperor. That we are willing to serve him until death? That's what I've come for.
To ask for an apology.
And put me back at your service. If you wish, we can invade the kingdom today. Although we will probably die, they will come with us. If I never returned, it is because I did not want to put your life at risk, Casara. Those bastards have me completely without alternatives. And in fact, him being here represents a big problem.
I understand, Byakuya-sama. As I told you, we are here to serve you. I still have the bracelet you gave me. Whenever you need me, just call me. That was the brat that was always by your side in the past. Emperor King 7 stars, it is impossible for him to have that much level. Brother, I don't know what you're thinking now, but get any crazy ideas out of your mind. Even though with that woman and her army, you already have the military power to confront the kingdom. Remember, those guys are keeping your wife and daughter alive. If it weren't for that, do you think I would put up with the nonsense of the elderly? After that event, the 300 hours had passed quickly. The second stage of the Ecta's War was about to begin. Each team was transported to the largest combat arena in that kingdom. The elders were present, however, no one could see them. Just Byaku and the Emperor King and his brother. That was due to a special technique that allowed them to stay in the shadows. Those damned ones from the Temple of Assassins did not complete the mission. That despicable Megaverse is setting foot in the kingdom.
Right now, the elders of the kingdom are in this place.
They were in charge of choosing the next challenge, which will be the next one.
Letters saying pill formation manifested.
You saw it, we were discussing what the next stage would be. Generally in previous wars, the teams that managed to pass are 2 or a maximum of 4. This time there was more than expected. When this happens, we take into account a very important aspect that a being of great power must have, and that is forming its own pills. Forming high-level pills, I already said before, only an Emperor King has the ability and power required to be one of good quality, if they were clever, since intelligence is something very important.
They must have noticed that 300 hours was a long time for the next stage. Why would there be a divine refining cauldron and materials in a resting place? It's somewhat illogical, isn't it?
My words were better not to touch him. A true cultivator must be guided by what his own mind tells him, not what an unknown subject asks of him. The 300 hours were for you to train with that divine cauldron, and at this stage you could stand out. I hope more than one team came to that conclusion. Divine refining cauldrons fell to the ground from a spatial ring floating in the air.
You're awesome, Shiro. Is that ability to analyze what surrounds you to be feared?
Flashback, 270 hours earlier.
What's wrong, Shiro-san?
He should be happy to be Emperor level. Why is he so quiet and thoughtful?
I don't know, Goku.
There is something that keeps catching my attention.
Don't you think it's strange that they left a pill refining item just like that if they don't want us to touch it?
I don't know about you, but I think if they left it, it's because they expect us to use it.
Let us try to form a pill of any level and thus practice a little in pill refinement. If I'm not wrong, in the next stage they will set a pill forming challenge.
Wow, Dad. This time you're thinking a lot about something meaningless. Mom is right, Grandpa.
But then, why did that Emperor King bring up the topic of pill refining? I'm sure it's not a coincidence.
This divine cauldron is here for a reason. To make you calmer, we will use this time to train refinement.
I'm sure they would at least be able to form a level 2 pill.
He knew how to foresee what would happen. Nothing bad.
That guy's reasoning is formidable.
Shiro-san is a wise being, so I didn't ignore his suspicion, and I decided to bet that he would be right. Each team member will refine a pill.
Pill level 1 is 10 points. Pill level 2, 50.
Level 3 pill, 100.
Level 4 pill, 500. And level 5 pill, 5,000. The points will be added and divided by the number of participants. The 2 teams that obtain the fewest points will lose this stage.
Get started now.
The Emperor King sat right next to his brother.
That Megaverse 8 team that you have taken a little disdain for.
You don't have a chance. Only Megaverses top know about refining.
We are not sure about that. That Megaverse may surprise at this stage.
Yes, of course, and why mention the level 5 pill? Brother, you know perfectly well that the most these guys can form are level 3 pills at most.
The talent of these young people should not be underestimated.
All teams began to increase the temperature of the divine cauldron.
Goku had taught how to transform fire energy to refine. However, his control was very little. After a few hours of starting, NEA, Nakame, and Shi had exploded the pill.
They had not been successful in forming it, since the climate change at that place greatly influenced the refining, since the wind accelerated the game and control was lost. They had trained in a closed place where the wind was very little, and in that place it was the opposite.
Ha 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 ha, just rubbish.
That is why it was not advisable to have so many members on the team.
Being many and impertinent at the same time was their downfall.
I would have liked to have a fight and beat them up, but that won't be possible. After a few more hours, Shiro, Ryota, Yu, Yukina, and Kana formed their pills. Shiro had formed one at level 3, and that had left him without any key. Kana, Yukina, Ryota, and Yu had only managed to make a level 2 pill. Goku was the only participant who hadn't even started raising the temperature of the cauldron. He was already in his strongest form, but he was staring at the sky as if he was waiting for something. All the other teams had already refined their pills and measured the quality of them. The Megaverse 1 team, considered the favorite to win, had obtained incredible results. Its 5 members had formed level 4 pills, which gave a total of 2,500 points, and when divided, their final result was 500. Megaverse 2 had obtained 2 pills of level 4 and 4 at level 3, which gave a total of 1,400 and final result of 233. Megaverse 3, a pill at level 4 and 4 at level 3. A total of 900, final result of 180.
Megaverse 4.
Exactly the same results as Megaverse 3.
Final result 180. As it was the turn of Megaverse 5, its results left everyone with their mouths open. Chishiro had made a level 5 pill, and all his other companions had made a level 4 pill.
The elders of the kingdom were impressed.
Oh.
It was to be expected from his grandson's team. It was what they told the Poison Emperor King. However, that result did not convince Byakuya. He knew of the capabilities Tojiro had.
It was impossible for a trickster guy like him to form a level 5 pill.
However, he had no evidence of a cheating attempt.
And that was because of the Megaverse V team's cauldrons. Since they had the pill formed from the beginning and were only pretending to form it.
The Poison Emperor King had pulled his strings to have someone put the good quality pills that had been formed by his followers before the competition and have them in a special ring that allowed the state of a newly formed pill to be maintained, and no one had realized that. Only Old Poison and Megaverse 5 knew about it. Byaku no longer had any choice but to remain silent. The result obtained was more than perfect, 7,500 points. That was a total of 1,250. Completely destroying all the teams that had already been analyzed. The only Megaverse that remained to add its points was the 18th, since Goku had not even begun to form it, and there was only 1 hour left before the 12-hour time limit would end.
What's wrong with Daruma? The girls who supported Megaverse 18 wondered. All the other spectators were just hooting at Goku for making them wait.
They're just a team of losers.
Stop being an idiot and give up already. You're just wasting time.
We came to see tall beings face each other, not garbage that shouldn't be here. Those were some of the many insults they threw at Goku.
A voice stunned the Emperor King's brain.
Byakuya, what are you waiting for to finish this stage?
We did not come to observe an insect contemplating the sky. Look at it. He doesn't even have intentions to refine. I'm in charge.
The time limit is 12 hours.
I must respect the rules. You still have an hour left. Refine a Tildora in an hour? Time has made you more innocent, Byakuya.
If that guy continues standing like an idiot and doesn't refine anything, we, the elders of the kingdom, will only give you half of the high-level pills that your wife and daughter need to stay alive, was what one of the elders told him telepathically. To Byaku already. And if I take the pill, will you give him triple? It's easy to talk, but could you bet that?
Damn rat. How can you intervene?
It's a mental conversation between 2 Emperor Kings. A trash shouldn't be able to hear us.
Not only can I hear you, I can also see you, and I don't like the way you are. It doesn't matter that they are the elders of the kingdom, they are very unfair. For example, from a space ring they took out 6 ready-made pills.
That ring must be special, since the pills remained as if they had just been formed.
Byakuya, eliminate that worm.
He is raising falsehoods to the grandson of the old poison.
It is your responsibility as the person in charge of the war of the sects.
If I refuse, my family will die. They need those pills.
Family comes first, and I don't blame you. Well, I won't get into Megaverse 5 any further, but I do emphasize one thing.
If I am able to form the pill, will they give him 3 times as much? Brat, we'll accept that.
Not only will we give him 3 times as much, if you are able to form a level 5 pill, we will give him 10 times what was promised to Byakuya. But if you fail, we will give him nothing, and his family will die because of you. What do you say, Byakuya?
Will you let a brat's brothers leave the life of your family?
I will do that. If this young man wins by 10, if he loses nothing, I agree.
They had discussed all of this mentally. No one had found out about the conversation between them. The wind is in your favor. The time has come. Master, begin. Incredible purple flames erupted from Goku's palms. That would make most of the spectators get up from their seats to appreciate that magnificent game.
Is that perhaps the legendary essence fire?
That's what they were wondering. How is it possible for a worm to possess the essence of fire? A tornado of fire had covered Goku's entire body. At the same time, he shot that fire into the divine cauldron and began to put the materials inside. That guy has great fire management.
Is he from that trash megaverse?
It resonated with the spectators.
Goku had earlier formed a level 7 pill.
Making a lower level was nothing. Its refining lasted 40 minutes, and in each minute its essence fire had remained stable. A perfect control that rarely anyone had. The pill left the cauldron, falling into the quality meter, which had begun to shine with an amazing turquoise light. That was a level 6 holy pill, leaving all the spectators open-mouthed and silencing the arrogant mouths of the elders, who were stammering and simultaneously saying holy pill.
That meter must be damaged. Bring a new one.
They would quickly bring a new pill quality meter.
There was no mistake.
That was a high-quality Saint pill.
It came out just as I expected.
He knew that Goku would manage to form the pill.
That is why he did not think twice when accepting the challenge of the elders.
That damn thing again.
If it's not the Ice Prince, it's him.
Why do they have to take away my glory?
I swear I will kill him. The giant place began to echo with screams.
Those boos were gone.
Goku's ability had made them think differently. The majority now supported Megaverse 18.
Byaku already shouted, "This stage is over. I imagine that it is not necessary to add the points of Megaverse 18, since a Holy Pylor at level 6 has a total of 50,000 points. They have again come in first place in this stage, humiliated by a damn Emperor level. How could this happen? That bastard Byaku already got his way this time. But when this event ends, the brat with fire essence must be eliminated. That valuable fire is in the wrong hands."